Hi everyone. Welcome to our Beyond the Diagnosis FB Live session. My name is Dr. Livia. I'm a medical officer from National Cancer Society Malaysia, and I'll be your moderator this evening. In conjunction with National Cancer Survivor Month, we have invited a very special speaker today, Mr. Reza. Mr. Reza is a colon cancer survivor, and he's kindly agreed to share his story with us today. So without further ado, may I invite Mr. Reza? Hi,
Hello,
good evening,
hi.
Mr. Reza.
Good evening. Assalamualaikum to everyone.
Thank you so much for joining us this evening.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me here.
Okay, before we start, Mr. Reza, can you introduce yourself to our people watching today? Let what is your name, your age, where you're from, and a little bit about your family.
Okay. My full name is Ahmad Reza bin Abdul Rahman. I'm from Kelantan, but my family and I have been residing here in KL since 2001. And I'm 43 years old this year, coming September. Married, one wife, and two daughters. Two child, one daughter and one son. Our first is 12 years old, and our second is 4 years old.
That's very nice. That's a very cute age for. Okay, Mr. Reza, you were diagnosed with colon cancer when?
I was diagnosed 2009 September. Accidentally, the worst blood, the worst past motion with blood I had was on my birthday, 5th September 2009. It was during Ramadan, so it kind of sent me panic mood. But being a boy at that age, at 28, 29 years old, you were still afraid to go see the doctor. So I actually waited for another 3 days
Wow.
of passing motion with blood.
Oh,
I drove myself to the clinic about 3 a.m. And I
okay.
remember the doctor pinching my finger, because she saw that I was so pale, and I told him I'm having piles, whatnot. So he pinched my finger to take the blood sample 5 times. He couldn't believe the
Wow.
reading. Yeah, he couldn't believe the reading. And he was like, "You're not having piles." And I said, "What am I having? I don't know, but you're lacking in blood. Normal man is about 13 hemoglobin, is it?
Yeah.
GB, right, for short.
Yep.
Mine was 3.5
HB. Yeah, HB.
HB, yeah. Normal was
3.5.
3.5. Doctor was so scared and worried, and he asked me, like, who drove you here? I told him I drove myself. Have you ever fainted? I said, never. Okay, I'm gonna write you a letter straight away. Just take the letter to any hospital and do the blood transfusion straight away.
So, Mr. Reza, actually, you were first seen by a doctor in a clinic, not even a
Yep,
hospital,
not even a
after three
hospital.
days of bleeding.
After 3 days of massive bleeding, like really, really bleeding.
Wow.
Like
And you were
every time
28
I thought
years old.
every time I thought I felt like going to the toilet to pass motion, it was just blood actually.
Before those 3 days, Mr. Reza, did you not see any signs or any other symptoms?
Uh, okay, again, being a boy at that age, the night activity you had, the diet you had, whatnot. I I dare say I saw the symptoms about 2 years prior, but
Ah,
nothing too weird, nothing too heavy. Maybe every 2 3 weeks pass motion with a drop of blood and all that.
so 2 years prior to that big bout you had at 28, meaning you were 26, you already had noticed some blood in your stool, but you didn't think much about it because it was not affecting your daily activity, and I
There was
see.
no pain. Plus, I knew my diet was bad. I drank I dare say I drank nothing less than 3 liters of Coke daily back then.
You're
Three
scaring me,
liters.
Mr. Reza. I love
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Coca-Cola
yeah.
also.
I don't drink anything except Coke last time.
Oh no.
Yeah. Soft drinks
Okay.
were not even soft drink. Coke.
Okay. All right, Mr. Reza, you're scaring me because I drink a lot of Coca-Cola as well. So I think have to
Now,
start with yes.
oh no.
Yeah. And that's now I'm a bit worried. I have to start thinking. But actually, yeah,
I'm a plain
as a
water
doctor,
guy now.
I'm being yeah. As a doctor, I'm being a hypocrite. Coca-Cola all the time is not good. Definitely. Of course, I have my limits as well. But yeah, I think I should start cutting down more as well. All right.
Mm.
So with that time you were 26. For 2 years you've been
Yep,
having this, staining a bit. Then
yep.
28, pom, big attack. Suddenly you had bleeding non-stop. And when at that time, when you first when the doctor said, okay, you have to go to the hospital, what was your feeling? How did you feel about that?
I had a father who I take from my dad who about lepaking at night till late in the morning. So he has a sleep issue, so he doesn't sleep early.
I
So
see.
I called him up straight away at about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. I told him the doctor wrote me a letter saying that I need to do blood transfusion. Meet you up at Tawakal Hospital 8 in the morning. He's like, okay, sure. Met with him. He said, "What's going on?" I said, "Maybe it's just piles." So he laughed. We laughed. So
Okay.
he was joking like, "I took out exhaust, is it?" I said, "Yeah, maybe took out exhaust." Went to see our family doctor straight away, 8 in the morning. Did the general checkup, and doctor was like, "Yep, we gonna start you straight on the blood transfusion, and we'll do the coloscopy, endoscopy, whatever after your blood level is
Raised.
say
Yeah.
stable, stable.
Yes,
Yeah."
correct. Because 3.5, Mr. Reza, is very low already. That is, our transfusion level from what I used to practice was 6. That itself was already considered very low. You have to get transfused already. And yours is
And I was still
3.5.
playing futsal, badminton,
Wow.
whatnot back then.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank,
Yeah.
I guess
God bless me.
your body
God
could
bless
cope.
me.
Yes.
God bless me.
All
God
right.
bless me. I
So
never fainted, nothing.
after you, thank God, that's really great. But at the same time, it was also like a ticking time bomb, lah. Would you say that?
Yep. Yep. Very much. Very much. Very much.
Because your body was not showing you any very obvious symptoms, so your body was just, I mean, it was just one point, just drop
I wasn't
enough. I
losing
cannot.
weight. I definitely, I won't say I was living a healthy life, no, but I wasn't losing weight. I could eat as much as, everything was normal except for that burst of blood, lah.
One.
That 3 days, yeah.
For 3 days.
So
Okay. So after the transfusion, what was the next step? What did the doctors decide to do?
we did the coloscopy straight away
Okay.
in the morning. I remember it was me in the room, my mom and my best friend Eddie. The three
Mm.
of us was in the room waiting for the doctor. Then the doctor came in. I love this doctor of mine. Very straightforward, very sharpshooter. No hiding around behind the bush. So no names. I'm not gonna give out names. I love him so much. So I'm gonna
Okay.
gatekeeping him for now. He's
Okay.
still there in Tawakal. So he came into the room. He said, "Okay, Reza, you're not having boise, you're not having piles. Your colon is full of polyps already. Here's the DVD. Watched it. Some are like grapes already.
Mm.
And your initial lab result, it's cancer, stage 1. So it all in less than 15, 20 seconds. So
Wow.
my mom's fair. So I've never seen her as white as that before. My
Okay.
friend is a bit tan. I've never seen him as white as that day before. And I was speechless, which is quite a rare occasion. And
But
doctor say, "Oh, you got your laptop, you got your internet. Nah, I write you this. You read anything. You can text me, whatever. Tell your father to see me at 4:30 in the afternoon lah. I know he's busy. Just tell him to come and see me lah." So yeah, we were like, I was quiet for about 5 minutes like that. Then I asked my friend, Eddie, can you just take Ibu home, let Ibu rest? Because my mom was like, quiet lah. My mom went quiet just like that. The cancer, I guess. Yeah,
understand.
the word cancer, yeah. Even my friend was like, so yeah, my dad and I went straight to the laptop. I read what the doctor wrote on the polyps, the polyposis cola, the polyps, the type of cancer I'm having. I watched the DVD, all 20 minutes of it, and yeah, it was ugly.
Mm.
It's ugly. And waited for my dad to come, and when dad arrived, I remember he was like smiling. I was like, okay, what did the doctor say? When is he going to change your exhaust? He still thought it was
Oh,
pile.
he was not aware that, yeah, because, oh, I see. Okay,
Yeah, he was there. We didn't want to tell him over the phone.
I see.
So I told him to, go and see doctor. Doctor is waiting for you to discuss. And he was like, lah, doctor, everything wants to discuss. Operate lah, minor only. Because okay, actually in the we this family we've been we've gone through multiple high risk surgeries lah, especially my dad.
I
With my
see.
dad, 1999 bypass, 2007 artificial esophagus, mom surgery,
Mm.
I myself surgery, tonsil, sinus, what else? Broken arms, left and
Wow.
right. Yeah, yeah. We've been in and out of hospital. So, and that I had dad say that gave that set a good example on how to be relaxed, how to manage all this hospital fright and all that. So yeah, we
Mm.
learned quite from the best lah.
Okay. So at the
Yep.
day that your father, when the doctor finally met your father and gave him the diagnosis, what was his reaction?
He didn't want to meet the doctor at first. He just called the doctor straight away. He has his number. His family. That doctor is a family doctor. So he just called out. He's like, "Hey, you, no need to meet up lah. Just do the operation lah." Then I think doctor straight away gave him the brief description of what's going on. And again, my dad's a half Indian, Malayalam, so I've never
Oh, I
seen him
see.
that pale either.
Okay. You're mixed,
And
Teresa.
mom's Chinese, dad's Malayalam. Yeah,
Oh, okay. All right. I
mom's
see.
half. Mom's one-third Chinese, dad half Malayalam, Malay. Yeah, we've been
Ah,
the whole family been one Malaysia for a long time
from
lah.
Malaysia. That's nice. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, what was the next course of action? What did the doctor say you needed? Was it straight
Okay,
away
doctor.
operation, or did
No.
they think that you needed some other sort of treatment before that?
I remember the doctor said he gave me a pass card not to puasa for the next 2 months of Ramadan and enjoy my raya for the next 2 weeks. Sorry, 2 weeks of no need to puasa plus 2 weeks of raya because he said I remember him saying you're not gonna be eating for a long time, so
Oh,
stuff yourself up lah. So
oh,
that was being very supportive. Every couple of nights he'll call me up. What you want for dinner? What you want for dinner? What you want to eat? What you want to eat? So I think I gained more than 10 kilos that 1 month.
wow.
Yeah, I went to OT at 96 kg.
Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. That is also a risk for operation, Mr. Reza.
There's another story behind that. There's a funny story behind that.
Okay, so
So
basically their first plan was to do operation first lah.
yep,
How did
straight
you
away.
feel? How did
But
basically what operation were they going to do? Were they going to remove your that part, or the whole colon, or what was the plan?
The plan was straight away whole colon and a large section of the rectum.
I
And
see.
we were told by the doctor the rectum, the leftover rectum will be kind of future future marking or something like the future.
For them to put back
If
later,
there's
is it?
anything wrong, it'll come out at the rectum first, kind of a thing lah.
Okay.
Okay. So I was told, we were told, the whole family were told what's going to happen, and I was okay with it. Mom and dad too was okay with it. We kind of understood what's gonna happen, and yeah, nothing. I had dinner. I had a large dinner before the night before surgery. Doctor said, "Go ahead, enjoy." So yeah, the funny thing
Any?
was, the day of the surgery, the doctor explained to my dad the surgery was going to be only 4 hours.
Okay.
It ended up about 9 hours.
Wow.
Yep, nobody
Okay.
updated my dad. And I remember my mom told me that when the doctor came out of the OT, my dad sort of choked him.
Oh no. I mean, but it's your father's friend, right? You mentioned that it's
He
someone that
was
you
pissed.
kenal.
He was pissed. He was worried because nobody updated anyone outside the OT while after the 4 hours mark. So he was like, what happened? Something happened. Something wrong happened. He choked the doctor, and doctor was like, cool it off. Your son got so fat. We need to do liposuction first. So that's another 10K on the bill.
Oh God. Are you
So he was
serious,
like,
Mr. Reza? They did a
yeah,
liposuction.
yep,
Oh wow.
he did it.
Okay.
He did it. I still every time I get to see the doctor, he'll laugh about it lah. Laugh about
Okay.
it. You're the only person. I think so far my ni, you're the only person I did liposuction without being asked to. You're so damn fat. I
Yeah,
said, you
no
told me to
choice.
eat what? You told me to eat. Eat lah.
Okay. How did you feel right before you entered the OT, Mr. Reza? Right before they put you under. I'm sure, the whole setting in the OT is before they would have, explained the procedure, what they're going to do, how they're going to, masuk tube pernafasan, nak bagi ubat, ada alahan apa-apa tak, and they will sometimes give you a small detail about the process of how they're going to do it. Was it scary? How was your feeling at the time?
Uh, I definitely I wasn't looking forward to it, but I was calm. I was calm, and I kind of okay with the whole process. Really, I was really. I chat with the doctor while they giving me the anesthesia. I remember them asking me to count, from the 10 to backwards and all that. Yeah.
And then, wow, okay. Everyone needs your courage, Mr. Reza. That is very courageous of you, honestly. Because I know a lot of people who get very scared at that time, but yeah, it's memang a process that we do almost daily, especially the anesthetic doctors. So for them, it's something that they do daily that we shouldn't be afraid of. So I really hope everyone can learn that courage from you.
So let's just put it simply like this. What my father told us, his children, is what has happened has happened. Look forward to the future. That's it.
That's a very good teaching. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's great.
that's it.
Okay,
It's always like that.
so after your operation, okay, did you have to have a stoma bag? Did you
Yep.
have like a bag? Okay, it's a little bit insight for those who are watching. A stoma bag. Okay, tak apa. Mr. Reza, would you want to tell someone what is a stoma bag?
Oh, I had that temporary stomach bag, the glued one.
Okay, the glue
So
one. Yeah. Mm.
let me show you a bit.
Oh, you still have it. Wow. Oh, the scar. Okay.
There we go. There we go.
Okay.
Ta-da.
Yeah, the scars of the operation. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So
The
those are your
stories I
battle
could make
scars,
we
Mr.
had with
Reza.
it.
Okay. All right.
So
So
yeah,
basically, yeah.
I had it for 6 months.
Uh-huh.
Is the I had the temporary glued on type.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened? What they did was they opened up the side of my stomach and they push out a bit of the intestine, if I'm not mistaken, and they
Yeah, it
cleared the
is
skin around it so
correct.
that I can glue my stomach back around the intestine lah.
Yeah, correct.
So um how can we put this without scaring people? Huh?
Okay, so basically, for those watching, stoma bag is a small pouch. It's a bag, transparent or can usually transparent lah. Plastic
Mm,
is plastic. Like Mr. Reza explained, it when they had to remove a part of his colon, whatever remaining intestine that was left inside needs a way for the feces to come out because
oh,
basically our intestine has feces inside. Feces is najis lah, so it
yeah.
needs to an outlet. So we cannot just tutup ikat, stitch it, tutup, cannot. There must be a part for all the stools to come out. So
And the
how they do
kentut too.
it? Ah, betul, kentut juga, exactly. You'll be surprised that actually you can hear people farting through their stomach. Yes. So, so this intestine that's left behind that is still healthy will be attached to the wall, like Mr. Reza showed his scar, and the bag outside will stick to that. So that's where the what is that, the feces or the byproducts of your intestine has to empty into.
Yep.
So, Mr. Reza, how did it feel for 6 months to have a stoma bag?
Okay, I'll be honest. I was out and brisk walking within the third week of the surgery daily. Yep.
Very good, Mr. Reza, very good. What?
Um,
Nice, very good.
I was in the hospital for I was discharged after on the 14th day, and I went out for a walk at the curve on the 15th day with my friend.
Oh, how did it feel like living with that stoma bag,
Okay,
for 6 months?
major adjustment, definitely major adjustment. You gotta learn what to eat. You gotta learn what what food cause flatulent, what food takes time to process, what food doesn't, what food goes through your stomach very fast, all that.
So, what did you learn,
Uh,
Mr. Reza? What kind of foods did
whoa.
you eat?
Okay, I'll be honest. I have a very great doctor.
Okay.
Uh, he told my mom he got angry at my mom because every time I went to for checkup I got skinner to the bone.
I see.
I was about 76 kg. I was very unhealthy in terms of weight. So he told me, Reza, eat and learn what works, what does not. What nothing's gonna kill you, but what doesn't hurt you much, you enjoy that. So yeah, I started to learn to eat properly, whatnot, with the stomach bag and everything. One thing for sure, no chili,
Okay.
no kacang,
Okay.
uh, no nothing oil,
You
nothing
was
too oily
take
lah.
note.
Nothing too oily. Mom's a great cook. I was still single back then, so mom made a lot of soups, Chinese mushroom soup. But along the way, I go out, I hang out, I eat. If bocho, I run to the toilet. I always have my glue and my extra bags. I need to be alert of the bag's condition, whether bocor ke tak, whether it's leaking or whatnot. You don't want to disturb people around you. So yeah, you gotta be one thing
How?
for sure.
Hmm.
One thing for sure. Like what my dad says. Things happen. You're in pain. Either don't slump on it, but don't be too careless about it either. You gotta enjoy life. You have to enjoy life.
The pain was coming from the stoma, the output.
There wasn't much pain. I said towards the end, as okay, like I said, I was wearing a temporary bag. Yeah, doctor, I think you understand the acids, the enzymes that comes out from the
Yeah,
stomach.
yeah,
It eats away at the skin, at
correct.
the flesh.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. So towards the
That's very
end, that was
painful.
the pain. Yeah.
Yes.
Towards the end,
Okay.
that was the pain now. That was the
So, what
major
was
pain.
the next course of action for your treatment plan with the doctor? What did they say?
We close up the stomach bag, and that was when the 2 years of hell started. When the whole system starts to be used again.
Wow.
I have no
Okay.
colon anymore. I have no colon anymore. It's not partial. It's the whole colon.
Oh, I
So
see. Okay.
yeah. So my intestine is actually bypassed all the way to my whatever left of my rectum lah.
Rectum. Hmm.
So it's
I see.
a complete what I ate, what the stomach process, what the intestine absorb, what was not absorbed, everything came out lah. The acids, the enzymes, the food, all in liquid form until now.
Yes, because basically our large intestine is the one that causes that clumping that happens
Yep.
to make your stool hard. So without a large intestine, your small intestine's function is just absorb nutrients sahaja. So it that clumping to make your stool hard doesn't happen. So that is what has happened to you, lah, Mr. Reza. I see. So how do you feel physically and emotionally through this whole process until they cantum balik whatever, remove your stomach bag, cantum balik the remaining usus, and you said you had to go through the whole thing of your whole bodily function trying to readjust to your new intestines. So how was that
Imagine,
feeling?
imagine this because of everything that comes out through the pulse motion. Imagine washing your bottom when washing your bottom with water, it felt like blowtorch.
Ouch.
When you're wiping it with tissue, it's actually like using barbed wires.
That is very painful. I can imagine, Mr. Reza, that must have been. How did you
I
cope?
broke.
How did you go through that?
Uh, wow. Uh, how? I broke. I broke all sides of the wall in my toilet with head banging, with punching. Yeah, I did. I had to force the pain away
Understand, Mr. Reza, that it must have been very painful. So
for nearly
what
two
was
for the first 2 years.
2 years? So it took 2 years to get accustomed to that, new changes. And how about any chemotherapy or radiotherapy?
I remember we had no radiotherapy, no chemo, but
Mm-hmm.
after the surgery we had something. I remember there's no chemo, definitely no chemo. There's something else. I forgot the name already. I forgot the name.
Okay, it's okay. But there was some
It's not.
sort of medical treatment as well
Yep.
after your operation to.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
So after 2 years, um, everything was back to normal.
No, never. I'm not. I don't have a normal life. I still pass motion 10 to 15 times a day,
I see.
depending on my diet. I don't get sleep more than 3 hours a day because I I automatically get up just to go to the toilet because I can't really control much. I wear women's pad daily
Hmm.
to you know the loose
Macam
stool
takung.
or water.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that it
and
doesn't pain. Okay.
so
Wow.
but life goes on. I work around it. I take my supplements. I jaga makan when I want to jaga makan.
That's very good, Mr. Reza. You through this hardship, you're still, able to joke and laugh and smile. That's amazing. I think a lot of people need to be able to, learn this lesson from you.
I'm,
How
I'm
did
having colons. I'm having colonoscopy this Thursday.
Yeah, you were telling me, Mr. Reza, what happened actually. Okay, now it has been how many years already since you were last diagnosed? 2000 and last
2009.
9. So
Uh,
it's 2024 already.
yeah.
Dah
So
beberapa tahun dah. What happened now?
I think it's still let's just say 14, 15 years. I'm not good. I'm not good at maths, especially years. Um, so what's it, piles, is it early late last year.
I
I had
see.
that the enema again, 3.2,
Oh,
uh,
anemia,
October.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was
Again,
rushed to the
last.
hospital again. So I was rushed to the hospital. Doctor checked me out, say, okay, you got hernia, you're not hernia, sorry, piles, whatnot. And this time around, we're looking maybe at ulcer, or I think, doctor, you have the term for it, usus betindih, the intestine.
Oh, alamak. I pun dah lupa dah. Usus
Yes, that
betin.
we might, I might be facing the issue. I had endoscopy done last week, so I'm doing the
Okay.
colonoscopy this week. Yep.
So what did the endoscopy say? Endoscopy is basically for the viewers is a scope, yep, through the oral cavity to see the inside. So what put they pass a camera right down to see what they're gonna see. So what have they seen? What is their initial
Not yet.
report?
We the next appointment should be this 25th of June. Might get pushed because I was supposed to have the endo and colonoscopy done together at the same day last Thursday.
Oh, I
Something
see. Okay.
happened. They pushed my colonoscopy to this Thursday, so I think the result discussion will be pushed as well from 25th to maybe somewhere around early July. But I'm all
All
good.
the best, Anche Reza. Let's hope for the best. Okay, during this whole period, of from when you were diagnosed until today, the daily hardships that you have to go through. How does your family and your friends support you during this time?
Okay, this is one thing I learned from my dad as well. And I think a lot of patient, be it cancer, a critical illness patient, uh, we don't like people asking us, "Are you okay?" every time. You know, it's we're in pain. We're sick. We're in pain. Don't bring it up. You want to visit us? Sure, visit us. But talk about something positive, something funny, and all that. So, in that sense, families and friends understood that. A lot of, not everyone, some old schools are like, every time they see you, they cry.
Aduh.
So,
Okay.
instead of them comforting you, you need to comfort them. Hey, I'm okay. Don't cry lah. Why you crying lah? Chill lah. Yo yo. Uh,
Okay.
you get a lot of that from aunties lah.
Yeah, typical.
Yeah, yo
Okay.
yo. Chill lah, cha, yo.
So your
So
family
yeah,
was definitely taking
uh,
care of you. Yeah.
yeah, very much, very much. I food wise, mom. Emotional stability when I was still single. I got two crazy sisters. Fun,
Okay.
stupid sometimes. I'm being the younger, so yeah, we
That's
bully
nice.
each other, whatnot. So yeah, we spoil each other when we can, whatnot. So yeah, and I had a very supporting father who doesn't bother to ask me like, "Are you okay?" No, he doesn't. Every time we meet up, whatnot. Every time I hang out with him, he'll be like, "Can you eat this?" No, I can't. I'll eat for you lah. Like, oh yeah, fun.
It's
Yeah,
nice.
that kind of mentality.
Yeah. Were you
Show.
in any support groups or any organizations?
I wasn't active. I was introduced to NCSM quite late. I was already okay, whatnot. But yeah, I'm quite loud in the WhatsApp group. You can ask Adeline.
Okay.
But-
In context for our viewers, Miss Adeline is our psychosocial support advocate. She's also a breast cancer survivor. So, she works for NCSM. So, yeah. Okay.
He's our Kak Long. He's our big sister lah. Psycho ah.
All right. What do you think about all these support groups and organizations? How does it help a cancer survivor like yourself?
Okay. Please get in touch if you know if you if you are going through cancer. Get in touch if you know someone. Invite them to get in touch. It can you don't know where the support, where the help can be from. I my father passed away due to larynx cancer.
I'm so
So
sorry, Mr.
no,
Reza.
no, 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 nothing to be sorry about. He had a full life. Um, so initially he was losing weight because he had issues. Adeline knows. uh, but I remember Crystal, the dietitian with NCSM. She actually pulled our dad through from being very very underweight to being normal, and with that comes the energy to continue on with his life, the energy to face the cancer. So it's not just you don't know the support you can get. Yeah, who knew NCSA had a very great dietitian. Great, I tell you, great.
I sure to let
I
Crystal know.
Oh yeah, yeah. I sometimes still a bit tearful whenever I remember what Crystal did to my dad. It was that meaningful for us, the whole family. If
That's
I
very,
could show the picture of my dad between, oh God, 86 kilo man went all the way to 44 kilos. Imagine that.
yeah. That's very
Imagine that.
significant. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
How about did you make any lifestyle changes after your diagnosis other than diet? Other than diet.
Yeah,
And how did these
definitely.
changes you think impact your recovery and overall like well-being?
Okay, I can't remember what I changed or not. It's a roller coaster. It's a wheel. Sometimes you're disciplined. We're human. I'm human.
Understand.
Sometimes you're in that discipline period. You work out 5 times a day. You're buff, whatnot, you know. Then the next 2 years, you're like one big aeroplane tire. My wife
Okay.
knows. Wife knows the cycle. So I was healthy at one point. I was fat at one point. So, but at the end of the day, it's all about knowing your limits. It's how to say moderately. Live moderately. Eat
Moderation is
moderately.
key. Yeah.
Yeah, moderation. Like you say you still have you want to have your core. Yeah, sure. Once a month enough.
Yeah.
Enough.
Yes. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Too much of
Moderate.
anything is bad. It's true.
Correct.
Too
Correct.
little of
So
anything is also bad.
correct.
Everything is in moderation. It's true.
Live in moderation and look into look. Not everybody needs the same kind of support. You say I in a way I could do a lot of things on my own. I never did, my mom never I never allowed my mom to help me with the stomach bag changes. I did that all on my own. But then mom cook food for me. Dad treats me food once in a while, whatnot, and all that. So know yourself. There are things that you can handle. There are things that you need support, you need help. Ask for it.
That's
Don't
very
keep to yourself. Don't keep to yourself. Yeah.
that's true. So, what have you learned about yourself through this experience, and what would advice would you give to someone who has been diagnosed with colon cancer?
Um.
Can I give a small piece of input of what I have learned from about
Sure.
you
Sure.
from your
Sure.
story?
Sure. Sure.
That
Sure.
you're a very positive person and your outlook on life is really great. I think your whatever you said your dad's teaching was is so accurate. I completely agree with all he says because I think that is the way we should live. So I think in the aspect about learning about yourself in this, I think I learned a lot about you, and I absolutely think that it's amazing of for what you had to go through and what you're still going through until today, and still to have that positive outlook in life. Yeah. How about you,
Um,
Mr. Reza? What do you feel about yourself through this experience?
okay. To this experience itself, the cancer, whatnot, don't take things for granted. Be it your health, be it money, be it people around you, yourself. Don't take yourself for granted. You never know what's gonna happen. What? Everything's a blessing. So you never know what blessing God's gonna give you. Everything is a blessing. Remember that. Uh, God give you. God give me. I'm not pious. No, uh, this is not pious. So, uh, but one thing, my dad, in a way, my dad teaches us is this lah. God, God give you hardship to elevate you, to bring you to the under stage. So it's your work lah. God gave you the door. It's your work to open it and walk through it lah.
To fight,
Yep.
to always
To
fight,
fight.
and to keep going. That's
Keep going,
really
yeah, keep going. Just rocky lah. Sometimes my friend, my love, I have a friend who is a stroke patient, also a diabetes patient.
Mm-mm-mm.
Uh, his outlook to life is mostly based on Rocky. Fall down,
Stand back up,
get up. Fall
fall
down,
down,
get
get
up.
up.
He quote it properly lah. I don't. I'm not a movie buff, so he can quote it with voice and everything. But yeah, everybody's different. But bring yourself up. Bring yourself. Nobody else. You can get 10,000. You can get 100,000 motivators to come and talk to you daily. But if you're not gonna bring yourself up, nobody can. That's it.
That's
Yep.
amazing, Teresa. I think that's absolutely true. All right. So I think that concludes our you know FP session today. Thank you so much for your story, Teresa. I think we can open the floor now for questions. We have two questions. Oh, one for myself and one for Teresa. All right. So can I see the questions? All right. From Sky Lane Creative. You seem very chill about your prognosis, Mr. Reza. Deep down, does the cancer worry you at all? Because for most of us, it probably sounds like a death sentence.
Yep. Um, I'll be honest. Um, I the one main reason I wasn't so worried because how the doctor explained to me what the procedure of taking the whole colon out will do to me and will do to the
Mm-hmm.
cancer itself. So the doctor basically I was given a second opinion lah, which I didn't want to talk too much about. Second opinion was do the do the do the radiotherapy, do the chemo, whatnot, go through all that and see how it works on the stomach lah. Me and my dad say, F it, take it out, and we'll see what happens from there. So yeah, I guess in a way I cheated lah in a way because I don't have to go through the chemotherapy like the usual that like the most cancer survivor does. But I saw my dad went through radiotherapy, went through surgery, went through chemo. The whole family did, and um, he was feet, nose feet, tube feet,
Yeah.
milk for
In
nearly
tube,
three
yeah.
years for the rest
Hmm.
of for the end of his life.
Many, many.
The outlook he had towards life. towards cancer. He's move it, move it, move it. Let's do this. Okay, let's do the chemo today. I got appointments. I got meetings. It happened. It already happened. So what do you need to? What can we do as the patient, as the carrier, to move on, to get through the life, to get through the day, whatnot and all. Spirit,
Okay. Thank you, Anshit Reza. Can we have another question? So the next question. Okay, Wang Ban Him asks, I think this one is for me. Causes and risk factor of
oh,
colorectal cancer. All right. So thank you for the question, Wong. All right. So basically, colorectal cancer in Malaysia, I give you a brief statistics. Sikit. Among men is number one. Among women is number two. This is in Malaysia alone. So, causes I would say and risk factors basically first thing is diet lah. Is diet. Our Malaysian diet maybe is quite I won't say carcinogenic or causes cancer, no. But our Malaysian food is very when you eat out a lot or maybe like Mr. Reza said, he drank a lot of coke, you know, and basically too much of everything. So first thing is diet lah. All right, you have to always have a balanced diet. When it comes to colon, it boils down to that because it's basically that's where all your food and all goes through digestion. All right. Second thing is of course age factor. A lot of older age groups they tend to have colon cancer. Of course, Mr. Reza is one of the rare cases that at such a young age, 28, to get colon cancer is very rare. But it can happen. We're not saying it cannot. It can. So that's why we always ask everybody to get screened. It's so important to get screened. Right. Third thing I think would be family history. I think because Mr. Reza, you mentioned that your father also had nasopharynx cancer, right? The
I was the first in the family. My dad
Yeah.
just had cancer to 2018 until 2022. He passed away
Yeah.
2022. Yep.
Just that his presentation was late, Mr. Reza's presentation was early, but it still
Could
boils
be.
down to some sort of family,
Yep.
genetic factor is still there for both father and son to
Yeah.
get the cancer, right? So that is also the cause lah. Those are the main causes. Other than that is basically just your lifestyle lah, your sedentary lifestyle. Obese people, because they're very very sedentary, very chill, very I mean not very chill, very their systems are not functioning as fast. Their metabolism is a bit slow. So when that happens, also they tend to develop cancers and such. Do we have any more questions? I hope I answered your question, Wong. Okay. Another question from Wong Ban Him as well. What causes bowel polyps to grow? Okay, so bowel polyps is basically a growth inside.
Yeah.
It's just like a in your intestine, you have like a bengkak like that. Okay, inside
Yep.
your intestine. What causes it to grow is again the same risk factors and causes of colorectal CA lah. All right. It can be anything. It can be diet. It can be lifestyle. It can be genetic as well. It can happen to anybody. So that is why we always advise everybody to get screened. You never
Yeah.
know. And not we are not saying that every risk factor will affect everybody, but not everybody's body is the same. Mr. Reza takes coke every day. If I take coke every day, that's why he had the whole what happened to him. And if I take
Okay.
coke every day or
Can I
nothing,
just add a bit?
yeah, sure, sure, Mr. Reza.
Okay. Back to diet, please. I'll just want to share quick ones. Fast food, coke, cut. Junk food, cut. Please. That's it. I was so heavy on on those things before. Yep.
Hmm. So yeah,
Cut.
it's the one
That's it.
basically that can all
Forgot.
these are the same causes and risk factor for colorectal cancer can also cause bowel polyps. Any other questions? Zakil Kushan Keridau. Mr. Reza meant not hernia. He meant tadi. I think he meant buase.
Piles.
Piles, yeah, not hernia.
Mostly piles, yeah.
All right.
Piles.
Okay. All right. So I think that's all on the questions. Mr. Reza, thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming up today, sharing your story, and giving really positive and insightful uh, thoughts and messages for our watchers. So I really thank you so much for
My
joining us
pleasure.
today. I hope everybody
My
had
pleasure.
learned
My pleasure.
something from our session today. So I think without further ado, we'll end our session today. Thank you so much, Mr. Reza. Good night.
Thank you. Thank you, Doctor. Good night, everyone. To good night. Bye.